Hi everybody, good morning. It's Brian here, Class A Plus English. We're going to continue with the 16th stream of the life and suffering of Sir Brante this morning. Yeah, I don't normally stream on Friday mornings, but I'm not working until 1 o'clock, so I thought maybe we can do a short stream. I want to move the game on a bit, you know. I streamed last night and where were we? We're having a big dinner. The family are having a big dinner. There's some very important people coming to dinner. Some big cheeses of Anizotte, and also Sophia the witch wanted to be invited. So let's jump into the game, yeah? So Sophia is at the party, and she is charming everybody. Well, at least my family. Hang on, I want to go into settings, turn up the music a little bit. I was playing the music too loud last night. So here we go, we're going to jump into it. 1 second, make sure this is working. I hope the sound is okay. All right, here we go. Well, anyway, it's Friday. It's Anzac Day today, I saw in the news. Yeah, Anzac Day is when the Australians and New Zealanders commemorate some war stuff, which is kind of sad in Gallipoli. I went there once when I was living in Turkey. It was one of the most depressing days of my life. But anyway, let's jump into it. Right, Sophia's there. My brothers, Nathan and Stefan are there. Gloria's there. My father and my mother. And now the guests have arrived. Okay, let's jump into it. Let me just check the volume. Yeah, the volume should be good. I hope everything is okay. If any audio problems, can you tell me? All right, good. Let's get started. So, the servants soon announced the guests' arrival. Baron Augustine Elborn and Mayor Egmont greet the master and mistress of the house one after another, and then take their seats at the dinner table. The dinner table? I would say the dining table, but anyway, there you go. After the traditional exchange of pleasantries, you enjoy an exquisite dinner followed by wine. Exchange of pleasantries. Oh, you look wonderful tonight. I read your article in the newspaper. It's fantastic, yeah? Small talk. There would ordinarily be dessert for Father and Stefan, but today the noblemen make do with wine. To make do with something is... I don't know. To make do with something is just like you've got to put up with it, you know? We're going to have to make do with wine. We don't have any champagne. We will have to drink wine instead. We'll have to make do. Elborn and Egmont finally begin to discuss the droves of commoners seeking refuge in the city. Droves, large amounts, large crowds. So this is what's been happening in the city. Lots and lots of people have arrived, refugees. It's not going well. There's been some kind of double taxation. Everybody's angry. And yeah, it's a problem for a city, I suppose, when crowds and droves of people arrive, you know? Here's Augustine. I must confess, Egmont, I don't understand your motivation here. Are you moved by an honest desire to help people, or the expectation of some inscrutable profit? Regardless, you have to put an end to it before it's too late. So Augustine is a bit skeptical, yeah? He's wondering, I wonder, does Egmont want to make money, or is his motivation, you know, pure? He wants to help people. Cheers! The food and shelter you offer them only serves to attract more and more refugees to Anizotte. And when they'll finally fill the streets, what are you going to do then? What am I going to do then? The Archduke, the Overseer, what are they going to do? Have you even considered this? Have you even thought about this? Please understand me. I harbor no ill will towards these people. I'm not against them. I don't dislike them. But Gaius Tempest is concerned that they will eventually start causing trouble. Archduke Milanidas is looking for any excuse to march his punitive battalions into the city, Mayor. Is that really what you want? So there's a big problem going on between Gaius Tempus and Archduke Milanidas. There's a power struggle going on in the city, and Gaius Tempus is taxing everyone, and also Archduke Milanidas is taxing everyone. So they're getting like kind of a double tax, and everyone is, they're not angry, they are furious about this. Okay, here's Mayor Egmont. With all due respect, Sir Prefect, I cannot do what you ask. These people have nowhere else to go. No one else will help them. Here in Anizotte, at least I can offer them food and shelter. Are you really asking me to let them starve to death? To die of hunger? To starve, right? To starve is when you don't have enough food and you die. For example, the Great Famine in Ireland, you know? But also, like, in an informal way in English, you know, I'm really busy. I didn't have any breakfast. It's midday. It's 12 o'clock. I say to my friend, "Oh my God, I am starving. I'm starving." You know, so it's not. I'm not really starving. It just means I'm hungry. You know, so we often use this in English. So it's quite an exaggeration. You know, "Oh, I'm starving. I haven't eaten in 3 hours." You know, "Oh, I'm starving." What would be another example? Oh, dying. Yeah, I'm dying for a cup of coffee. Just another way of saying I really want. Yeah, I really want a cup of coffee. I'm dying for a coffee. Okay, are you really asking me to let them starve to death? Mayor Egmont says, "Do not deceive yourself, Augustine. I was one of those who welcomed the new overseer at first, just like all the rest. I hoped that the common estate would get a little more breathing room under his rule. Breathing room space. But what did Gaius Tempus do? He started this power struggle with the Archduke. He made the double tax possible. He signed the ban on gunpowder." Right, they seem to have a big issue with guns, yeah? Gunpowder explosives are banned. A ban, so they're prohibited, right? Smoking is banned in the building. Dogs, here in where I live in Spain, in Alicante, smoking is banned on the beach. You're not allowed to smoke cigarettes on the beach. Dogs are banned from the beach. Dogs can't run around because, well, we all know what dogs do. A ban on gunpowder, and in Magra, of all places, a province that lives off the silver ore we mine. So, Mayor Egmont. So in this game, there are different kind of classes, yeah? And in this game, they call them lots. L-O-T. Now, Mayor Egmont is super rich, okay? He's really rich, but he's a commoner. He's a common person. He's not a noble, but because he owns these mines, yeah? And with mines, they use explosives to mine the silver, right? So in the game, there's these different classes. You've got the common people, the plebs, yeah? Then you have, like, the clergy, who are like the holy people. Then you have the nobles, the rich, the powerful, the elite, the warriors. And then you have the Arachnians, who are blue-skinned. They're not really human, but I guess they represent the royalty. Because in English we say to have blue blood means you are from a royal family, you know? Yeah. Which is why, Sir Elborn, I do not trust the Arachnians or the nobility anymore. No, sir, I will not rely on their generosity. The only way I can accomplish anything in this world is by myself, by the sweat of my brow, by sticking my neck out for others. To stick your neck out is a nice expression. It means to take a chance, you know, I'm going to stick my neck out and I'm going to tell the boss what I think, you know what I mean, that kind of idea. It's kind of, I imagine it comes in war, you know, like in the First World War, the soldiers would be in the trenches and you stick your neck out, maybe you get shot, or maybe you see something, I don't know. Augustine, you are the only noble in the imperial government I can trust. You are known throughout the city as the protector of the lowly estate, the plebs, the common people. So protect the lowly estate. Offer protection to the refugees. Convince the overseer to let them stay here. Let me save their lives. Excellent stuff, Mayor Egmont. Very good. Augustine says, I am very sorry, Egmont, but this is impossible. Gaius Tempus has made it very clear that if I cannot resolve this situation, he will bring the legion into the city and deal with it himself. They're going to send in the troops. They're going to send in the army. Okay, I can see a dilemma arising. It pains me, it hurts me to say this, but those people would be better off leaving the city. Or maybe even Magra. You must realize this. They should go to Illyria or some other place and start new lives. The only thing waiting for them here is in Anizotte is death. There's nothing I can do to help them. You glance at Sophia the witch warily, cautiously. Her brows are furrowed, and her hands are balled into fists. She interrupts Elborn without warning. Now, she's a witch, her eyes go yellow, and people burn to death, so she's quite dangerous. Enough! She smashes her hand on the table. Everyone turns to her in surprise. Did a low-born woman just have the audacity, the nerve to raise her voice while important men were talking? Right, this is definitely very much a man's world. It's a medieval fantasy world. If this is your first time, welcome to the stream. Welcome to Class A. Yeah. If you haven't seen. If this is your first time, go back and watch previous streams because I can't explain the backstory. I'll be here all day, you know. It's a fantasy world, medieval times. There are twin gods. There's these different classes. There's a bit of magic going on. Yeah, it's a really cool game. But it's very much a man's world here, and definitely a low-born or common woman should not be smashing the table, like smashing those likes, everybody. And she shouldn't do that when very important men are talking. That's enough. You are Baron Augustine Elborn, the prefect of Maghreb, the protector of the common folk, the common people. The last hope for people like me. You are all we have got. Mayor Egmont is right. The Arcanians don't care about us at all. As far as the Milanidas and the Tempests are concerned, we don't even exist. Wow, radical stuff here. Rich people don't care about poor people. Fantasy world, eh? Every commoner in the city knows there's only one noble in Anizotte who actually cares, and that's you, Sir Elborn. Not the Observer, not the Archduke, not the Magistrate, not the Patriarch, none of them. You're the only man who can change things in this city. If not you, then who? If not now, then when? That is a device, isn't it? Yeah, for like public speaking. The overseer needs your support. He trusts you. He'll listen to you. You don't have to blindly follow his every order. You're free to make up your own mind and speak to him on behalf of the people. Let's look at this. You don't have to blindly follow his every order. To blindly follow someone is to do what they say, to follow them without question, you know? They say jump, you say how high. Yeah, to blindly follow someone. You're free to make up your mind. To make up your own mind is to make your own decisions. I'm begging you, please don't betray us. Don't betray all the trust we've placed in you. Help Meyer save these people. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The amber candlelight glimmers and sparkles reflected in Sophia's blue eyes. Now, when her eyes go yellow, this is bad news for people, everyone. She's a witch, and she likes to burn people. My apologies, ma'am. We've not been introduced. Sophia, a commoner, with a very posh voice. A lengthy silence hangs over the room. A lengthy, awkward silence, yeah? No one knows what to do. Everyone holds their breath, waiting for Augustine Bourne to react. Thank you, Sophia. Your words. You ought to thank this young lady, Maya. You will have my support. The refugees must stay. Do your best to give them decent shelter and food, and see if there is any work they can do. I'll see if I can convince the Archduke that they pose no threat, and I'll take steps to keep the streets safe. Well, that was easy, wasn't it? 1 minute he's predicting a riot, he's predicting a bloodbath. Sophia, a common woman, hits the table with her fist, and, he's changed his mind. Augustine, you are a rubbish negotiator. The guests thank their hosts for their hospitality, then leave one after another. You walk to a carriage. Okay, this is a horse and carriage. That was some night, eh, Brante? You've got an interesting family. Too bad I'll probably never have a reason to get to know them better. To develop relationships. The next day, Augustine Elborn makes a statement to the people of Anizotte. The prefecture and lesser quorum have reached an agreement. The refugees arriving in the city will be offered temporary shelter and provisions, food, hygienic things. No announcements from the overseer are forthcoming. All right, Sophia, my relation has gone up. She has sympathy for me. Struggle for power. The wealth of Magra has gone down. Unrest has gone up 1 to 7. The people are ready for revolution, or they're getting there. Family unity has gone up 1. We're still arguing though. My willpower, I am prepared for anything and everything, my friends. Stefan's Gambit. This event is a consequence of your previous actions. Conditions met. I'm at indifference. Okay, so this is kind of a side quest, I suppose. You know, if you meet the conditions, you get to do a little scenario. A gambit is like to gamble, yeah? And if you play chess, you know, the King's Gambit, the Queen's Gambit, which was a very famous Netflix series, wasn't it? A gambit is like when you offer a pawn to improve so you lose a pawn, generally a pawn, to improve your position, you know, for in chess. Stefan's Gambit. You have hardly found any time for family matters this year. The events taking place in the city keep you busy at all hours. Tonight you come home extremely late, but the fireplace in the sitting room is lit. Light, lit, irregular verb. By the fire you see Stefan with a glass of wine. Your elder brother has been waiting for you. Present perfect continuous, yeah? Maybe an hour ago he came into the room and he has been waiting. It's an ongoing thing, yeah? Present perfect continuous. You take a seat in the chair by Stefan's side. Your brother keeps turning his glass with his long fingers. He wants something, doesn't he? Paul, we need to have a talk about Gloria. She flatly refuses to behave as she ought to. as she should. Yeah, you should go to the doctor. You ought to go to the doctor. Her antics, her behavior are ruining our family's reputation. If this situation persists, nobility of the sword will be out of the question. So the family, because some of them are commoners, like me and Gloria and Nathan and my mother, are commoners, but my father is a noble and Stefan is a noble. And so the family are trying to kind of go upwardly mobile. You know, we're trying to get promoted to the nobility league. And Gloria, she wears men's clothes. She's always writing poetry, which she's not allowed to. You know, she's tarnishing the family's reputation, the Brante brand. Brother, I do not wish her ill, but we have no right to sit idly by, to be idle, to be doing nothing. So I don't want anything bad to happen to her, but we can't just sit around doing nothing, you know? Regrettably, Gloria will never truly be a part of the Brante brand. Her origins are too tarnished, so it is our duty to find her a new family. It's high time Gloria got married. It's high time. It's about time, right? You should have done it before, really. It's high time you do something, yeah? Basically, Gloria is the daughter of my mother. My mother seemed to be raped, I think, by a noble, and then my father, Robert, took them both in and married Lydia, my mother. Then they had me and Nathan, yeah? So you need to go back and watch previous streams to understand the story, okay? Because I'll just be here for an hour trying to explain everything, and probably not very well. Okay, so these are the days, I guess, of like arranged marriages, yeah? One family has a daughter, one family has a son, and they arrange to get married, yeah? Hi, Gloria, meet your new husband. The good old days, what? But we can't just give our sister to a commoner, can we? And how could any noble wed her, knowing her origins? It has been a stumbling block for a long time, but I found a suitable match for her. A stumbling block. Now, this is advanced English, okay? Anybody doing presentations, business English, you know? A stumbling block is an obstacle. It's a problem, yeah? Getting a license from the local council has been a stumbling block to our project. Yeah, it's a delay. Maybe it delays something. It's an obstacle. It gets in the way of progress. So Gloria's humble origins has been a stumbling block to getting her married. But Stefan thinks he has finally found a solution. He's finally come up with an idea. His name is Jose El Pelletier. He is a young nobleman of the sword, recently graduated from college, and now he has a position at the city hall. Do you recall a reception at the party several years ago where he couldn't take his eyes off Gloria? Pelletier has been obsessed with her ever since. Not even her lowly origins can deter him, can put him off, you know? He's in love. He's head over heels in love with Gloria, the poet. Admittedly, Gloria does not reciprocate his affection just yet. So she's not interested. Now, I'm not making any judgments here, but she does wear men's clothes a lot, yeah? So let us convince Gloria that becoming Sir El Pelletier's wife, is her chance to escape her current situation. And then let us pray she comes to her senses and puts her rebellious ways behind her. It was just a phase. I was a teenager. I was very rebellious. Now I just want to be a housewife and have children. Isn't this an ideal solution? After marrying El Pelletier, Gloria will be a noble woman herself. We'll be granting her the freedom she's craved since she was a child, and then she can write poetry and do whatever else takes her fancy. Hi, Caleb. Be right back. Okay. AFK, no? To take whatever else takes her fancy, whatever else she wants to do. All right, because Gloria is mad into writing poetry. She's crazy. She hangs out with poets, and she isn't supposed to because she's common folk. Stefan says, I will enter into negotiations with the El Pelletier family. Rumor has it Jose's father already has a future wife in mind for him, the daughter of an important chancellery official. But Jose's passion must win out in the end, don't you agree? In mind, I have something in mind. I'm thinking about it, yeah? So the family have an idea who they want him to get married to. They have someone in mind. As for you, Sean, please help me with Gloria. You're closest with her. You can see how beneficial this match, this wedding, this marriage will be. She must fulfill her duty to the family that took her in after all. Stefan looks at you expectantly. You are at a crossroads. Will you accept your brother's plan or refuse him? Will this marriage be a blessing? And for whom? Okay, so we have a choice, everybody. Let's have a look. We can agree you will aid your brother in arranging this marriage for Gloria. What happens? Stefan Brante, secret plot, and my relationship with him will go up one. I can refuse. You will not participate in his scheme. Unity, family unity goes up, willpower goes up, but my relations with Stefan go down 2. Ooh, willpower goes up. Okay, I get involved in a secret plot. But to be honest, Stefan is kind of a square, isn't he? He just it's all nobility with him. He's not with the people at all. What could be the secret plot, I wonder? Does anybody have any ideas? What do you think? Should we agree to it, arranging a marriage, or should we refuse? Family unity goes up. Stefan, I'm not really interested in Stefan. I think it's up to Gloria, everybody. It's not my job to tell my sister who to marry. Sorry, Stefan. Your words slice like a knife through the silence of the sleeping house. You disagree with Stefan and will not participate in his plans, his plots against your sister. Stefan does not say anything, but his grip on the glass tightens. Finally, you hear the sound of breaking glass and glimmering shards fall to the floor. A shard of glass, broken glass. Stefan pensively contemplates the blood running down his palm, the palm of my hand. So it's bleeding, and he's looking at it and thinking, pity? What a pity your grandfather, Sir Gregor, is no longer with us. He would make both you and Gloria see reason. Neither of you is capable of grasping what family and blood mean. So I suppose I must bear this burden alone. Right, Sir Gregor was granddaddy, and he was a bit of a monster, if I would describe him in one word. I would say monster. He's dead now anyway, but he's still very angry. And how did he die, you ask? Well, his true death, he set fire to the house, murdered my mother, and yeah, that was the end of him. Luckily, my mother wasn't at her 4th death, though, so she kind of resurrected. She came back. He was Gregor was a character, yeah? Not an easy person to get on with, I would say. Stefan leaves the room. You are left alone in front of the dying fire. Okay, so we're still positive, though, yeah? We're still okay. After your conversation last night, Stefan mostly stays silent and treats Gloria with pointed courtesy. Yeah, so he's polite. The family breathes a collective sigh of relief. Could the feud between Stefan and Gloria finally be over? The feud, the argument. You are the only one who is aware of the scheme your brother is concocting. He's organizing, he's planning to concoct a plan. Yeah? Family unity's up. My willpower is I am prepared for anything and everything. The illegitimate girl. The event is a consequence of your previous actions. The secret plot. We refused. Your home is quiet tonight. Father is away arbitrating disputes, so Daddy is a judge. He's the referee, yeah? Arguments, disputes in Magran villages. Stefan is visiting one of his high-placed patrons. After a dinner spent in silence, everyone retreats to their chambers. Everyone goes to bed. You are about to retire for the night when Gloria calls out to you. Sean, wait a minute. I have an important favor to ask. Your sister leads you to her long-time refuge, the library. She's very bookish, is Gloria, our kid. She's very bookish. She's always got her head in a book. She's a bookworm, we say. Someone always reading and writing poetry. Here in the shadows between the bookcases, you will not be overheard. Brother, I wish to speak to you before Stefan returns. His scheming is becoming unbearable. It's beyond Sir Robert's power to stop him, let alone Mother or Nathan. You're my only hope. You shrug. All families argue from time to time, but every quarrel, every argument has to end sooner or later. Don't know about that. Yes, it will end when Stefan finally gets rid of me. As far as he's concerned, I'm just a stumbling block, here we go again, and a stain on his father's good name. Yeah, he lets me stay in the house only to avoid causing a scandal in high society, but as soon as the Brantes get his precious nobility of the sort, I'll be out on the street in the blink of an eye. She'll be out, she'll be kicked out, she'll be homeless in the blink of an eye. Super fast, yeah, really fast, in the blink of an eye. Sean, you don't want for me to get kicked out of the family, do you? Please help me. I need to convince Sir Robert to adopt me and make me legitimate. And the neighbours have started their DIY. After that, it won't be so easy for Stefan to dispose of me, and then I won't bear the stigma of being a bastard anymore. Which, of course, in medieval times would have been a serious problem, right? My neighbours have started doing their percussion. I know Sir Robert would agree, if only by virtue of the love he has for our mother, but Stefan is standing in his way. Tell me, will you help me? An illegitimate child who has never known her father, a stranger in the family. Gloria looks at you with hopeful, pleading eyes. So we got two choices. You promise your sister that you will side with her. Secret plot. Refuse unity, willpower, and my relations with Gloria will go down. All right. I am going to say we are going to... Any opinions, anybody? We are going to help Gloria. You give Gloria a firm embrace. Ever since you were children, she has always been by your side. The two of you may have different fathers, but she is your sister, and she must remain a member of this family. It is your duty to come to her aid. Maybe you could marry her? Would that be illegal? I don't know. I'm her half-brother, right? You will make sure... Let's not go down that road, yeah? You will make you will make sure Gloria becomes a Brante. Gloria lets out a sigh of relief and hugs you back. It makes me so happy to know you're on my side, that you support me. You wait for Stefan to come home. Your brother returns from his visit mirthful and in high spirits. This is the perfect moment to have a talk. So he's a happy drunk. That went splendidly, brother. Magistrate Vermin himself will support us. I'm on friendly footing with his son now. It won't be long before we become nobles of the sword. But why are you still up? Why are you still awake? You raise the matter of your sister. You talk about Gloria. The feud between Stefan and Gloria must end. Your brother seems to be unaware of how much damage it is inflicting on the family. But you know how to remedy it. You know how to cure this problem. The reason for everything is Gloria's lowly station. She should bear the Brante brand name. Your brother assumes a bored mien. Mien. French? Mien. I have no idea what this word means. I presume it's a bored face or a bored look, yeah? Mien. Mien, a bored air or bearing, especially as expressive of attitude or personality, your demeanor. Okay. All right, that's a new word for me anyway. So he looks bored, you know, he has a bored look on his face, yeah? A bored demeanor. Don't waste your time, brother. I know what Gloria is after. You mentioned damage to the family. You mentioned... Hang on, well, don't waste your time, brother. I know what Gloria is after. You mentioned damage to the family. Can you ever fathom what this would mean for the Brante brand name? To fathom something is to understand. By allowing an illegitimate child into his family, our father would cover us all with an indelible shame. Indelible, like you cannot get rid of it, like an indelible marker, you know? You can't remove it. And this is, if they bring Gloria into the family, it will hurt the family's reputation forever. Several generations of Brantes to come would not even dare to dream of becoming nobles of the sword. By the twin gods, I will not let that happen. You attempt to point out to Stefan that Gloria's desperate situation is leading her to more and more audacious escapades. If your sister becomes a member, she will stop. So she's getting crazy. She's hanging out with bad people, poets, singers, stuff like that. Actors and actresses, yeah? Very, very bad crowd. Because she's rebelling, I suppose, you know? But my argument is, you know, if you bring her into the family fold, this will all stop, this bad behavior. She'll stop hanging out with actors and actresses. Believe me, Sean, I want to see Gloria at peace as much as you do, but not at the cost of the entire family's future. Absolutely not. I have a different idea for Gloria, and I'm sure this solution will satisfy everyone involved. Good night. You let your sister know of Stefan's vehement denial. No. Gloria is so angry, she's so vexed, she is shaking. She's shaking with anger, everybody. So he wouldn't even hear us out? Is that it? He's willing to do anything just to drive me out, isn't he? Sean, we need to think of something. Okay, he wouldn't even hear us out. Hear me out. Let me explain my point of view. If I'm talking to somebody, you know, and they're not really interested, I say, hear me out. Hear me out for a minute. Let me explain. He wants to drive her out of the family. question tag there. He is willing. He is willing to do anything just to drive me out, isn't he? Question tag. We need to think of something. Gloria will continue her battle for the right to stay with the family, and you have promised to help her. So again, my relations, we've got a secret plot to come up. Time, where are we at? Getting even, to get revenge, to get your own back. If somebody does something wrong to me, I want to get even with them, you know? I want to get my own back. Philippe left Anizotte for the capital last night on urgent business. Philippe is my boss because I'm a spy, okay? I've opened a print shop in my hometown with Sophia the witch because we were threatened, caught, extorted into becoming spies for Philippe. So we're watching everybody, yeah? Because he's planning to take over the city or something. He gave you both direct, unambiguous orders before he left. Cease all activity and wait for him to return. Unambiguous, so there's no doubt, there's no questions, there's no gray area, yeah? Stop doing everything and wait for me. That's it. You know, that's the order. Stop everything. A month of freedom, an entire month of peace. Is this real? Can you finally stop and catch your breath? So yeah, working as a spy, pretty stressful. Pet print shop, trying to recruit secret society members. But unfortunately, you do not even get to enjoy the thought of freedom for long. As soon as midday approaches, Sophia appears in the door of your office. She has risked a visit in the middle of the day. This must be urgent. Sophia the witch. What brings her here? Why is she here? Dorius Oton rings a bell? You know, the High Commander of Magara and Arknian, my former master, rapist, murderer, all-round piece of shit. I've been keeping tabs on him ever since I got back to Anizotte. She wants to kill somebody, doesn't she? Yeah, this isn't going to be good. Here's where it gets interesting, Brante. Turns out Philippe El Ferro isn't the only guy trying to take advantage of the chaos to make a grab for power. Philippe El Ferro is my boss. He's the leader of the Secret Chancellery. There's a noble revolt brewing way up in the upper echelons. Melanidas followers are itching to rebel against the Overseer Tempest, and Dorius Oton is one of the heavies. So the people, the common people, are on the verge. They're about to revolt and riot. The nobles, it's brewing like a cup of coffee. Yeah, there's revolution is brewing with them way up in the high ranks, the upper echelons of the nobility. They're itching to rebel, so they can't wait. I'm itching to do something, as I really want to, you know, I'm itching to go to Madrid, you know, like I really, really want to go to Madrid next weekend. And Dorius is one of the heavies. Okay, so he's a big guy in the story. You see where I'm going with this? Does it involve murder, Sophia? All Gaia's Tempest authority comes from the Imperial Legion swords, and the guy in charge of them all, the High Commander of the province, that's Oton. And he can't wait to betray the Overseer and hand over all that power to the Archduke. Alright, treachery, treason, disloyalty, it's all here. If this revolt goes through, everything we've worked for will go up in smoke. We can't let this happen. We need to expose Oton as the traitor he is and give Gaius Tempest all the proof. So we need to try to stop the noble revolution or rebellion. What about Philippe? What does he have to say about this? We don't even know where Philippe is right now. He's incommunicado. We can't get hold of him. We'll have to go against his orders and act on our own. We've got no time to waste either. They could spring into action at the drop of a hat. Okay, Right, so what did Philippe say to us? He was quite unambiguous. He said, do nothing, cease all spying stuff, wait for me, do nothing. And Sophia says, well, we can't get hold of him, you know, and we're just going to have to do this on our own because we've got no time to waste. It could happen at any moment. They could spring into action at the drop of a hat. At the drop of a hat means immediately. I phoned my friend. I said, oh, can you help me move a sofa? And they came over at the drop of a hat. They came over immediately to help me. Sophia's voice is trembling. You are not used to hearing her like this. You ask her why she's so eager. She's so enthusiastic to take Otton down. Is she out for revenge? I think she is. I'm more worried about the last straw's future than revenge, but I'm gonna level. I'm going to level with you. I'm going to be straight. I'm going to tell you the truth. If I had my way, I would love nothing more than to strangle Otton with my bare hands. Sicking the overseer on him is the next best thing. To sick, S-I-C, is like, used to, like a dog, yeah? If you have a dog and maybe you can go sick, you can sick it on someone and it will go and bite them. You know, you will attack them. To sick someone. You often see this in politics. The president has sicked his, you know, his followers onto the opposition or something. To sick. As usual, Sophia sounds level-headed. As usual, Sophia sounds level-headed. Okay, that's a mistake, all right? And makes a solid point, but you cannot help but feel she is still hiding something. All right, so as far as I know, this has been translated from Russian, I think, this game, you know. Somebody asked me to see if I can find any mistakes. Not many, because it's so much text, you know. I think this is like maybe 4 or 5 mistakes. So, as usual, Sophia sounds level-headed. She's not emotional. To be level-headed, you know. You're rational, you're not emotional. She makes a good point. She makes a solid point. But you cannot help feel she is hiding something with the stiletto in her hand there, yeah? Should you defy Philip's orders and aid her? Is it a good idea to get involved in the struggle between the province's 2 most powerful Arcanians? Okay, we can choose. All right, we can ask her to explain herself. You will put your faith in Sophia as long as she trusts you in return. Spying goes up. Dorius is dishonored. I can agree. Spy goes up, willpower goes down, doesn't matter. Sophia will like me. Sophia will like me. Refuse. Willpower goes up, Sophia goes down. Let's have a look. Sorry, let's read these things. You will put your faith in Sophia as long as she trusts you. You will support her plan without question. You will refuse until Philippe returns. There is no way you're getting involved in anything this serious. Or I can refuse and have Sophia shadowed followed. You refuse to participate in Sophia's plan and order your men to follow her in secret. My spy network goes up. Scheming goes up. Willpower goes down. Sophia goes down to 3. What do you think, everybody? What should we do? Should we ask her to explain herself? I mean, spy network goes up. We go for Dorius, he's dishonored, and Sophia likes me. But she's going to have to explain to us. I think this is the one to go for, really. Either this one or this one. Willpower doesn't matter. Sophia, I don't know, we're stuck with her, aren't we? Explain yourself, Sophia. Of course you will help Sophia with this, but she is doing herself a disservice by keeping her friends in the dark. Before you go through with this, you would like her to explain it all to you. So, okay, she's my old friend. Of course I'm going to help her. We've been through so much. But she's doing her a disservice by keeping her friends in the dark. To keep someone in the dark is not give them the whole story, not to give them all the information, you know? So it's not a good idea. I feel it's not a good idea to not tell me everything, don't keep me in the dark about this. Sophia's eyes narrow as she studies you, pondering your words, thinking about your words. You remain quiet, giving her time, trying to breathe as quietly as you can. Over a minute passes before Sophia speaks again. Jesus, a minute, can you imagine? Hey, so what happened, Sophia? And she just sits there for a minute. You know, a minute. That'd be really awkward. Okay, Sean, I trust you. So I'll level with you. I'll be honest. I'll level with you. But if you betray that trust, it'll just about kill me, okay? She's put all her trust in me. I'm tired. I've been a pawn all my life, an Arcadian's maidservant, a witch with no will of her own, stuck in prison, a toy in Philippe's hand, a tiny insect in the divine design. I'm sick of it. Fair point. I'm sick of being a thing. I'm sick of having owners. I'm sick of following orders. I'm sick of being used for someone else's goals. Well, I'm done. You got that? I am done. She's finished. She's had enough. She's up to her neck in it. We are doomed, you and me. We're finished. You're not deluding yourself on that account, are you? Philippe's gonna see us hanged, just like he did the Luckless in Eterna. We'll stay alive as long as we're useful. No amount of loyalty to the Secret Chancellery can save us. But when he finally decides to get rid of us, I will be ready. So, yeah, what she's saying is that Philippe El Ferro, the Secret Chancellery leader, he's using us at the moment. We're useful for him. But when we're no longer useful, he will have us killed. And Dorius Otan, you know, he's the worst Arcanian of them all. I was his maidservant for years. It was the worst thing that ever happened to me, ever. Worse than the House of Humility, way worse than now. And now Otan is scheming to betray Gaius Tempest. Just one of his many plots, one of his many plans, business as usual. And the thing is, he's never had to pay the price for his own schemes. Other people did. Kids who lost their homes, who had to slave away for scraps, and their fathers hanging themselves from despair. Okay, so are we going to be karma? Are we? Yeah, karma's a bitch, everyone. Are we playing the role of karma here on Otan? Sophia's voice trails off. She rummages around in her pocket, stuffs a hearty pinch of tobacco into her pipe, and puffs out a cloud of yellowish smoke. Then she continues, her voice a calm, lifeless monotone. And now I have a chance to end it all. If it means putting my life on the line, so be it. All right, she's going for it. She's got nothing else to lose because we're doomed, see? The moment I realized that, I became free. If I can make this world better, I'm gonna try. And I'll keep on trying until I drop, until I die. And you're with me, Sean. That means a lot. Yeah, I don't want to die, though. For the next 10 days, you watch Oven's house, memorizing the guards' schedules, studying the layout of the mansion, planning escape routes, until finally you have the opportunity to act. When night falls, the two of you go there together. There's a carriage at the gate. It looks all too familiar. Is there a guest at Otten's mansion? Who cares? There's no turning back now. There's no time. I'm going to sneeze, everybody. Give me a second. Oh dear. Hang on. Just give me a moment, okay? I'll be right back. Slides. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, sorry, I hope the volume is okay. Sorry, I was sneezing. I had to go into sneeze, and I don't want to sneeze like that. Anyway, right, we're getting into it. Yeah, what are we going to do? Are we going to kill Otan? Are we going to blackmail him? How are we going to destroy him? Let's find out. Yeah, if you're enjoying this, everyone, please press likes. If you haven't already, welcome. Subscribe. It makes me really happy. Okay, let's jump back into the game. Okay, so night is falling. We've been casing the house. Yeah, we've been planning. We've been watching the guards, the schedules, the layout of the buildings, our escape routes. We're going in for the kill. All right, this is it. However, there is a familiar carriage at the gate. Who cares? There's no turning back. There's no time. Hang on, I'm a bit paranoid here. 1 second. Right, okay. You climb over the tall stone wall and disappear into the dark garden. The sprawling shrubbery conceals you. Perfect timing. A few seconds later, 2 night watchmen turn the corner, about to walk past. Okay, so I climb over the wall, and there's shrubbery. So there's plants, bushes, yeah, shrubs, not trees, smaller, yeah, in the garden, and they're concealing me. I'm hiding. Perfect timing. 2 guards come. This is like a video game, isn't it? Sophia's eyes flare with burning yellow light. Uh-oh. When Sophia's eyes go yellow, people die. The guards fall into a deep sleep and collapse on the spot. Okay, she kind of mind-drugged them. You drag them into the shadows. Once you have their keys, your dagger finishes them both off. The bodies dissipate to lesser deaths. Okay, so it wasn't their final death. Once inside and in the mansion kitchen, you prick up your ears. That was a film, wasn't it? You hear footsteps and the muffled and his late-night guests. They are too far away for you to recognize a single word, but their voices are coming from the sitting room. This is promising. You need to make your way to Alton's study on the 2nd floor. I wonder who he is talking. Now, we said that the carriage looked familiar. Maybe it's Philippe's? Philippe Elfero? Maybe it's Maya Egmont? Maybe it's the Archduke. Let's find out. You sneak to the stairs, shrouded, covered in total darkness. The voices are clearer now. Dorius Utan. You're trying too hard to please both the overseer and the Archduke magistrate. You ought to stop that before you lose your seat to someone else, unless you side with the right people, that is. Here I am, looking very suspicious in the shadows. Remy Elverman. Sir Otan, I wholeheartedly share the Archduke's anger, but a revolt? The city will suffer immensely. So he's trying to bring him into the conspiracy, the nobles' conspiracy. So you're just a coward then, human? So Dorius is an Archnean, blue skin. You have wasted enough time on this. You sneak to the upper floor and conceal yourself in Otan's study. The assassin has hidden himself. Okay, great. So it's all true. Otan's in this thing up to his eyeballs, up to his neck, I would say. We're almost out of time, Sean. Look for papers, anything with the Milanida seal, the mark on it. You're going to put the screws to this prick. Prick. More like British English, Irish English for penis. The two of you hurriedly rummage, search around in the bookshelves, drawers and cabinets. Any note or letter you find that seems even remotely useful, you stuff in a bag. The floorboards creak. The footsteps grow louder, closer. The window, says Sophia. Glass shatters, glass breaks. Sophia jumps through the window frame. The door behind you slams open. Oton dashes into the room with inhuman speed. He grabs a sword from the wall and rushes at you. Out of options, you leap outside just as cold steel slices through the skin on your back and you are already falling. Sophia helps you to your feet. I'm not a very good fighter. I don't have a lot of points, I think, for fighting. Where is it? Let's have a look. Personality. Personality? Valor, weak in battle. Your capabilities as a warrior, your strength in battles and duels, it affects your ability to fight and command troops. Yeah, I would call that pretty correct. And weak in battle, eh? So, best not get involved in a fight with an Arclean heavy. Sophia helps me. Don't let them get away! But the High Commander's order is futile. No one knows the streets and alleyways of Anizotte better than you and Sophia. Several hours later, you finally reach the door of the print shop. Take your shirt off. I need to watch that wound of yours. You got lucky. Real lucky. He almost had you. What now? What will she do next? Oh, I'll send the overseer a little gift. I'm sure you and I will hear about Oton real soon. 3 days later, the papers, the documents, what we found, find their way to Gaius Tempest. He issues an order to relieve Oton of his duties as the High Commander of Magara. Soon after that, the disgraced Arcanian departs for Castle Serpenverda, the citadel of his master, Archduke Melanidas. Okay, so he's got to hand over his sword or something. He's the closing ceremony, yeah? Getting even. That fateful night has left you with a treasure trove of dangerous information, enough to tarnish the reputations of many of the nobles complicit in the plot. You wisely keep the intelligence to yourself for now. It might come in handy one day. We've seen this word over and over again. It might be useful, yeah? If something is handy, it's useful. So, ooh, Sophia has affection for me, everybody, yeah? We don't know about Dorius. My people are everywhere. My spy network is strong. Although I have a wound, yeah, I got injured, right? He stabbed me. 11:43. I am 25 years old, everyone. The last straw. Rumors are running wild in Anizotte. People say that a mysterious clandestine society called the Last Straw holds the entirety of the city's seedy underbelly in its clutches, with men and safe houses all over Anizotte, plotting and scheming against the nobles and the rulers of the province. So rumors are running wild, yeah, everyone's talking, everyone's gossiping about what's happening. So they think that there's a secret society and it holds the entirety of the city's seedy underbelly. Seedy suggests illegal, you know? Just the usual illegal stuff, yeah, in the city, that they hold it in its clutches. They control kind of, you know, the illegal activity, yeah. They have safe houses and spies everywhere, and they're planning to do harm to the nobles. Their leader is a woman, a ruthless criminal by the name of Sophia. She has evaded all attempts at capture. Ruthless, no sympathy, no empathy, you know, gets the job done. The common people both fear the Last Straw and sympathize with their cause. If the rumors are true, the city finally has someone who will stop at nothing to help the people claim their rights. Okay, we have to play this on May the 1st, yeah, the Workers' Day, right? But who would support this secret organization, and how did the insurgents manage to survive this long? No one in the city knows the answers, right? So there is a secret organization called The Last Straw. Myself and Sophia are the leaders in it, but also we are both spies for the elite. We're playing a risky game. Magistrate Elverman must assuage the people's fears once again. The vile mutineers and heretics who call themselves the Last Straw will be caught and executed very soon, and everyone who has given them money and shelter will meet the same fate. The Secret Chancellery will make sure of that. So we're threatening the town people. Vile, the horrible mutineers and heretics. So they're going against order. They will be caught and executed, and everyone else who helped them will be executed as well. But even facing a manhunt, the Last Straw still endures. Slowly but surely, the influence of this underground organization is spreading throughout the city. A manhunt, so they're all looking for Sophia and me. Alright. Order has gone down. We're moving into discontent in the city. Power is changing, the wealth is going down, misery and devastation. So the city is poor, losing money. Where are we at? The night falls upon the city, shrouding it in darkness and dotting the sky with stars. The din, the noise of the streets dies down slowly. Soon the heavy footfalls of gendarme patrols is the only sound. You're at the print shop, tying up the day's loose ends. To tie up loose ends is to dot the I's, to finish all the minute details. There's a sudden knock at the door. Sophia walks in without a word, holding a half-empty bag. She heads to the room containing the shop's records. Somewhere in there, under the piles of paperwork, is a crate, a box with her things in it. Sophia pushes the papers aside and starts shoving her things into the bag. She barely looks at what she is doing. What's going on? She freezes, as though noticing you for the first time, then she pulls up a chair, sits down, and lights her pipe. I was with Philippe just now. I'm leaving for a long time. Could be a whole year. Gotta recruit pissed off people for the Last Straw from all over Magra. He thinks we've already found everybody here in Anizotte. Alright, she's received new orders. Is she going alone? Sophia nods, exhaling smoke. Yep. Philippe's orders. Yep is a bit informal for this situation, I think. Yep. Says it's safe that way. He needs you here. Her eyes are trained on you. You notice yellow light glimmering deep within them. Uh-oh. Even without the underground movement, Sophia is just as dangerous on her own, and Philippe actually thinks she is going to recruit hundreds more people to die for his scheme? Sophia puffs out ring after ring of smoke. They slowly dissolve in the air, filling the room with acrid smoke. There is no hiding from her light blue eyes, and a gentle smile plays on her lips. So maybe she's not going to kill me? Just don't botch the whole thing while I'm gone, okay, Brante? Don't botch it. Don't make a mess. Don't break it, you know? Like the whole Last Straw thing, you know? Don't botch it. Don't make a mess of it. You nod, an awkward silence follows. Deep inside Sophia's pipe, a red spark flares back to life again. She knew you would be at the print shop alone tonight. Did she really come here just to tell you this? She does not look away. Okay, so what can I do? I can wish her a safe journey. My willpower goes up, but my relationship with her goes down. What does it say? You wish her a safe journey and good luck finding new people for the cause. Okay. Promise to protect her. Willpower goes up. Sophia goes up. You tell her that if she ever needs any help or protection, you will be there. Wow, where did this come from? Confess your love? You profess your love for her and ask her if she feels the same. Alright, my willpower goes down. Sophia, grown close. And Sophia goes up 1. Ooh, what do you reckon? Yeah, shall I confess my love? Sophia, I love you. Maybe she won't kill me. Let's do it. Let's add a bit of romance to the story. The hard goodbye. You take a moment to think, then sit next to Sophia. After another pause, you finally speak your mind. You have had this feeling ever since you were a child. You've tried to fight it, tried to ignore it, but it was all in vain. And now there is no reason to hide it anymore. You remember every moment you spent together, the games you used to play, her escape from the city, your chance encounter in Eterna. You have both experienced plenty of misfortune in your lives, but you are still happy because you have always been together. And then you say it, I love you. What? I love you. I will always be there for you. I will keep you safe from the rest of the world. There is nothing I will not do for you. Sophia freezes as though she has forgotten how to breathe. She interrupts you in a hushed whisper. Why are you? This can't be happening. This isn't real. It's never real. Nobody stays. Everybody leaves one way or another. I'm leaving right now, and then you'll leave me too. Sophia is hurt, everybody. You get down on your knees before Sophia and kiss her tobacco-stained fingers. That's an odd detail. You get down on your knees before Sophia and kiss her tobacco-stained fingers. Okay. So people who smoke a lot, their fingers kind of go yellow and stuff, don't they? You embrace her with great care, holding her close, stroking her hair. No, you will never leave her. Not ever. Never, ever, never, ever, never. Ah, missed that one. Her back grows stiff, and then Sophia's shoulders begin to shake. She is crying, crying. You never thought it possible. You wipe the tears from her eyes. She holds your face in her hands and kisses you on the lips. There is nothing to say. She feels exactly the same with her nicotine-stained fingers. There they are. Look, nicotine-stained fingers. You cannot stop it. You do not want to stop. Your head swimming in a blissful daze. Your mind all but gone, dissolved in those kisses. The warm caresses so gentle, the whispers so soft and sweet, the beating of your heart, the sound of discarded clothing falling to the floor. I think it's a sexy time, everybody, as Borat would say, no? She's so vulnerable, so amazingly, impossibly defenseless. You never thought she would open herself up to you like this, and yet here she is, right by your side. Smiling and crying, laughing and kissing, touching and caressing, looking at you so tenderly, all at once. The night lasts an eternity. You are with her. She is yours. And look who's leaving, yeah? Look, she's going on. Oh, you will leave me. But look, the sun rises and she has to leave, yeah? You can barely force yourself to let her go. Your kisses follow her to the doorstep. You promise to wait for her. You swear to remain by her side until the very end. Just before the door shuts, Sophia gives you a sheath containing a misericord. Misericord. A long, slender dagger knife. Here, it's for you. May give you strength. You can do anything. I know it. It's just the way it is. That was amazing, Sean. The memory of our night together is the most precious thing I'm bringing with me. It'll tide me over until I come back to you. Take care and don't be afraid of nothing. Our cause is just. She gives you a long, slow kiss, then leaves at last. The door closes slightly behind her. Okay, I think we're going to finish it there, everybody, yeah? Because we're going to move into a post-Sophia world. All right. Wow, we've had the violence, we've had the suffering, we've had the laughs, we've had the wine, we've had the parties, and now we've had the sex, so everybody's happy. It's all in this game, isn't it? Anyway, I gotta go to work and do stuff like that. I hope you're well. It's Friday. It's coming up to 12 midday here in Spain. Yeah, I'll see you soon. Take care. Have a great day and see you soon. Bye bye.